It's a bit ironic that Rockstar Games inspired themselves with the title of End of the Line, which is the last mission for GTA San Andreas. Funny enough, it's almost identical to that mission exactly, and Rockstar Games have betrayed us fans by giving us an unpolished game containing more bugs than ever before. Glitches, frame drops, and even game crashes. Now the community are going to the Rockstar crack fortress to end things for once and for all. I'm sorry, I had to compare Rockstar to Big Smoke because they were once good and now they are the cash kings of the gaming industry, who think it's acceptable to publish 3 iconic games we loved and now making them basically unplayable, and now they're not so much fun. It's causing a lot of uproar in the community. I don't even know where to begin with this. If you're watching this video because A, you bought the GTA Trilogy, or B, you're undecided about whether if you want to purchase the GTA Trilogy, well, either way this will be worth your time. While you're listening to this video, feel free to express your opinions down in the comment section. Yes, you've heard correctly, Rockstar Games have given us a GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition which is miles away from being anything definitive. As a huge fan of the GTA series, I honestly have no words for the situation Rockstar Games have put themselves under. I think it's fair to say it's a complete cash grab on Rockstar's part. The GTA Trilogy was remastered by Grove Street Games, who apparently worked on this remaster for 2 years. 2 years. Can you believe this rubbish? How on earth has this been in development for 2 years and yet there is so many mistakes, bugs, glitches, game crashes, missions not appearing, and I'm sure there is a lot more to it. For me personally, I haven't played GTA San Andreas and GTA 3 yet. I've been playing GTA Vice City, which I do have mixed feelings about. I haven't personally experienced any game crashes yet in Vice City, however there are a lot of frame drops, especially when it starts to rain. I find it very annoying because, well, it's meant to be a 60 FPS game, considering this game was released 19 years ago, and I think it's disgraceful that they can't even get that right for a game that was released once on the PlayStation 2. We're now in 2021 with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Are you telling me they can't even maintain stable frames for these games? As of right now, at the time of making this video, the GTA Trilogy has been taken down from the Rockstar Games launcher for those who wish to play on PC. Even those who have already purchased the GTA Trilogy can't even get access to these games even though they have already made their purchase. Rockstar Games have already taken the payments, but wait, you can't play our games because we messed up even though we were working on these games for the best part of 2 years. There is a lot of talk on why Rockstar have taken these games offline, and apparently unlicensed music files, which were still found in the game files along with other cut content that should have been removed before these games were made public. Even if that's true, I still strongly believe that this is just a plain and simple cover-up for their lazy efforts on these editions. It begs the question, well, if there was still music files, cut content from the game that still existed in these games, did Rockstar really publish these editions without testing or reviewing these games first before making them public? It's really suspicious in my eyes that we were given this GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition in good faith, but it turns out we were actually given a game that was pushed out the door without even being tested first. This reminds me of Red Dead Online when it was first still in its beta stages. Rockstar would publish content and use the community as a guidance, or even better, as free quality assurance testers or QA testers, instead of Rockstar testing the content first before making it available. Well, at the end of the day, it's very clear and obvious to all of us there was no clear direction or intent to really polish these games at all. If this is Rockstar's idea of celebrating 20 years of the GTA series, then I am really worried for the foreseeable future of the GTA series. Even thinking about GTA 6 is making me very, very nervous. The standard of Rockstar Games titles are declining. Lazy development. As much as I don't want to admit it, well, I'm afraid it's the truth. The Rockstar games we used to love are no longer that company. It's very depressing how Rockstar set the bar for having quality games to now all of a sudden being the ones laughed at. I've seen so many people comparing the GTA Trilogy to Cyberpunk, which, to be honest, isn't exactly far off. Help me out here, guys. Leave a comment on some of your suggestions or problems against Rockstar as a company. I would love to read some of your comments and reply back with some of my own opinions. It's like a roadblock at this point with Rockstar, and I didn't think they would hit a new low, especially after what they've done to GTA 5. Oh, how I was wrong. I really do feel sorry for anyone who bought this GTA Trilogy Edition on PC and can't even play these games. You would think because these games are single player games that you wouldn't be faced with online problems, right? Because obviously there is no online side to the GTA Trilogy. But unfortunately, because these games are on the Rockstar launcher, it requires you to have a stable internet connection to even download and play these games. So now that Rockstar decided to remove them off the launcher, which means you can't play these games anyways because you need the Rockstar Games launcher. Another thing is as well, you may have noticed you can only download the GTA Trilogy through the Rockstar Games launcher. It's not available on Steam because, well, if it was, that would mean Rockstar would be losing out on money too, because Steam obviously takes their cut of the sales. In other words, Rockstar want all the cash they can possibly get, which is just sad. Over the years, it really blows my mind on how much Rockstar actually are making, especially from GTA 5. GTA 5 alone made ridiculous amounts of money since the game launched in 2013. The most sold video game, and it even ranked above popular movies too, which is just crazy to even think about. This doesn't include share card sales from GTA Online. With all of this money, you would expect Rockstar to afford the music licenses for the songs that were cut out. I don't see any reason for them not to. Again, laziness and keeping costs low to suit themselves, which is very, very greedy for a company, like I said, that sold well over 100 million copies of GTA 5. Yet here we are in the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition with popular music cut out from the games. And yet Rockstar Games won't even bother to pay for the music licenses. How sad is this? It's been a disaster to say the least. A disaster is only being fair. It's all gone wrong since the release of the GTA Trilogy. Even gameplay was leaked a day before the GTA Trilogy was officially meant to launch. Rockstar announced the game will be available for 10 PM EST time for everybody around the world. So technically everybody would be playing the games at the same time. But obviously, it didn't go according to plan, yet again. Rockstar Games are very, very strange when it comes to information. They are very secretive. It's very rare that big leaks ever happen through Rockstar. But when it comes to launches for their video games, they can't even keep things together. It's all a big mess, rightly so. As far as reviews go, I've seen ratings of under 1. Which again is just, wow, it's just laughable at this stage. It's just not acceptable. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the GTA community right now is just not having any of this mess that Rockstar Games are giving us. Sometimes I can give Rockstar Games the pass on some things, you know, when it comes to online content. But when we're talking about games that were made 20 years ago, and they can't even get them right for, you know, in 2021, where we have access to, you know, PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's and, you know, PCs that have Unreal graphics cards. Rockstar Games can't even get, you know, simple things right. Considering Rockstar Games were working alongside Grove Street Games for 2 years on these games, it's very appalling that Rockstar seemed to think that these games were in some way acceptable to put out to the public for them to buy them, and then just only to, you know, have a game full of bugs and glitches, and in the case of PC players, they can't even access these games. So anyways, I would like to hear from you guys down in the comment section on what your thoughts are overall on the GTA trilogy.